Howdy y'all, and welcome back to another Longhorn Tactical video. Today we're going to be looking at the Olight i3T2. The i3T2 is going to be Olight's most recent venture into AAA powered lights, with it being very compact and having a 200 lumen output. So please make sure to like and subscribe, as it really helps out the channel and it'll help you stay up to date on everything EDC and flashlight. And let's go ahead and check out this compact illumination tool and see if it's right for your everyday carry. And now looking at what comes included with your purchase of the i3T2. First off is going to be, of course, the i3T2 with a pre-installed alkaline AAA battery. As well as that, there's going to be a little baggie that's going to be hidden in the underside of this package that contains 2 O-rings. I definitely missed it the first time around. And then as well as that, your user manual as well. And now let's take an up-close look at the Olight i3T2. This is going to be employing a Philips Luxeon TX Cool White LED and is going to have this very unique looking spiral knurling. The body of this light feels like the aero-grade aluminum alloy that most high-end flashlights use. However, looking at all of Olight's documentation about this light, they never explicitly say what it's made out of, and so that's going to be my best guess. The two-way clip is going to be clamped in between the tail cap and the body of this flashlight, and then looking at the tail switch is going to have this rubber pad up here at the top. However, the casing around it on the sides is going to be completely plastic, and this is going to be a 2-stage tail switch. And on top of its compatibility with AAA batteries, it's also going to be compatible with TIM 440s, which will increase the runtime and brightness of this flashlight. And as for my personal thoughts on the i3T2, in my opinion, this is going to be a little bit more of a niche light. I mean, just looking at it, I don't think that anyone is going to go out looking for this size or this compact of a light and then settle on a AAA powered light. I think that most people are going to be looking for a single AAA powered light and then find this because it does have decent outputs, it's pretty compact, and it's going to have that waterproofness, which is going to be perfect for prepping or just around the house work, which is what I'd imagine this is designed for. Overall, I really like the design of this light. It's going to have a deep carry 2-way pocket clip and it's going to be wedged in between the tail switch and the body of this light. The body has this really nice spiral knurling, and Olight has come out with a lot of different finishes of this light that look very nice. However, one thing I don't like is going to be the operation. Nitecore just released the MT2A Pro, which is going to be somewhat similar to this light, as both are going to have the option to be alkaline powered and they both have a single tail switch for operation. However, despite this light only having 2 modes and the MT2A Pro having 3 modes, this is going to be significantly harder to operate. I'll get more into this point once we get onto the operation of this light. However, it boils down to the very stiff feeling tail switch, and as well as that, the very specific button presses that you have to do in order to change certain things about this light. However, that's probably going to be all my thoughts on this light. It's going to be pretty simple, and it definitely fills that role of a single AAA powered light. However, you really need to be looking for that single AAA power, as there are going to be other alternatives out there that use lithium ion that will be either more compact or brighter than this light. If you're looking at Olight, it has the Baton 4. Phoenix is going to have the EO3R version 2, and then Nitecore is going to have the Teeny 2, all of which are going to be comparatively better than this light. However, none of those everyday carry flashlights are going to be AAA powered, and you can't discredit AAA batteries, as they're really easy and affordable to stock up on, especially if you're prepping, camping, hiking, or even for a blackout kit. And as well as that, that's going to mean that this light is going to be more affordable than any of the lights I just mentioned. And so while this is going to be a niche light, it is going to be a carved out, well thought out niche. And now, as promised, let's move on to the operation of this flashlight. To turn it on, you can full press the tail switch, and by its factory default, it will start in its high mode, and then by turning it off and back on again, it will go to its low mode, or mode 1 and mode 2. This flashlight also supports momentary on and off, and so if I were to turn on the high mode, it will stay on until I release pressure, and then by doing it again, it will go down to its low mode. So basically, anytime you turn the light on and then back off again, whether it be in normal operation or in momentary on and off, it will start at the default high and then go down to low if you do it in quick enough succession. However, if I were to turn this light on high, turn it off, and then just wait a couple seconds, have it not be in succession, it will go back up to the high by default. And here's where things get a little bit tricky. Let's say that you want your default setting to be the low output. So in order to do that, there's actually two ways. The first way is to half press the light 5 times, and on the 5th time, hold it until it steps down to its low mode. And for this method of changing the modes, I like to stack my thumbs on top of each other so that way I get more power and precision. And there's going to be no shelf to indicate that you have half pressed the light, and with how stiff it is, you really do need to be careful and kind of practice with it. It's really annoying to get in between the modes, honestly, but this is how I found the most luck doing it, even though this is probably my 4th try recording it. So let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold it, and then it steps down. And then now whenever you activate the light, it will start in its low, and then it will step up to its high whenever you click it again. And now that the low is the default mode, you can either use the 5 half press method before to get back to your high as your default output. However, there is another way to change the default mode, and the other one is going to be pressing this down at least 9 times as a full click. And so trying it here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then you see it will step back down. I find this way a little bit more consistent. However, it is going to take a little bit more time as you are full clicking it, and both of them are going to be a little bit complicated. And now for my favorite part, the specs. In its mode 2, the 5 lumen low mode, it's going to be able to run for 21 hours with a single AAA battery. And then on its high mode 1, it's going to be outputting 200 lumens for 7 minutes before stepping down to 100 lumens for 28 minutes. The i3T2 is going to be IPX8 waterproof, and it's going to be 1.5 meter impact resistant. And then looking at it here in my hand, it's going to be pretty dang compact, and it's going to be very lightweight with a weight of only 1.47 ounces. Well guys, sadly that brings us here to the end of the video. I hope that y'all enjoyed watching and that this video helped inform your purchase decision. I want to encourage y'all again to like and subscribe, as we really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.